Hey guys, hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Your boy is back with another subreddit video, and today I got another double-decker for you guys. We're going to be diving into both r/shortguys and r/short. And I'm not going to lie, the main reason we're doing this today is because I just finished watching a video on my YouTube feed from one of the YouTubers I follow, Greg Doucette, and he was covering the story of Short King pulled a baddie. And it's about this wrestler named Lucas Bird, who's this champion. He's 133 pounds, NCAA champion, okay? And he's dating this 6'3" girl, right? And she's a baddie. It's awesome. I think it's sick. He's a baddie too. And in the video, Greg was dissecting the reason why it's not only that she's a catch, but he's a catch too, and an absolute short king. And so I was like, you know what? This is destiny. We got to dive into short guys and short today. Those of you that are new to these subreddits, both of these subreddits cover two kind of different perspectives on being short. And I am a fellow short guy. I'm 5'4", /5'5" on dating apps because technically I'm 5'4.5". And I guess I'm not going to lie, I like to round up, but yeah, so we're going to dive into this. And oftentimes on both of these subreddits, you can see different perspectives on being short, and short guys specifically, r/short guys. It's a little bit more I don't know, they're really sad about the topic of being short, where r/short is a little bit more uplifting most of the time. But sometimes you can see a little bit of both on both subreddits. So we're going to explore that. And if you're new to my channel and you enjoy videos like this, we do videos every single day. So make sure you guys stay up to date by hitting the subscribe and the notification bell. Also hit the like and comment section down below. It helps the algorithm out. And without further ado, oh yeah, there's also Patreon if you want extra footage every single day. Extra footage every day. And also you get to support the channel. First link in the description box. All right, now let's get into it. All right, so we'll dive into r/short guys first. All right, let's see what's popping. The top post of the week says demisexual until height comes up. Then a sigh emoji. So I met this girl online who claimed that she was demisexual. For those of you that don't know, demisexual, let's search up the actual terminology. What I believe demisexual is people who are attracted to intelligence and personality or something like that before they can get into intimacy. Let's see. Demisexuality is a sexual orientation where someone who only experiences sexual attraction after forming a strong emotional connection with another person. Yeah. So a lot of women, but not all, but a lot, I would say, at least to a degree, even some guys. All right. So this person met this girl online who claimed she was demisexual. You know, the whole I don't feel attraction after deep emotional connection thing. I thought, cool, maybe for once height wouldn't be a factor. We talked for about a few days, had a really solid conversation, and things seemed to be going well. Then out of nowhere, she asked, by the way, how tall are you? I tell her 5'7", boom, ghosted. So much for an emotional connection first. Guess the only deep bond she was looking for was between her and 6 feet. Yeah, that ending is silly. First off, I want to establish when I do these videos of short guys and short, I empathize. I get it. It does suck being short sometimes. Now, my goal with these videos is to show that there is hope, even though we do have to work a little bit harder, that you can pull very beautiful women and or men if you're into that. But yeah, so in regards of this specific situation, that does suck. It seems like she isn't fully demisexual because she's to a degree shallow on preference on height, which there's nothing wrong with that. And I think she labeled herself wrong. I mean, she could be demisexual, but also attracted to height. I don't know if that's really a thing or if that's contradicting, but yeah, that sucks. And I feel for this guy because I'm not gonna lie, one time I was on it was Bumble or Hinge, and I had a conversation with the girl. I think it was Bumble because Bumble you don't list your height. So I had a conversation with this girl, everything was going well, and then she asked me, we had almost planned a date too. We were like soft plans, oh, I'm free, blah blah blah, let's do something. Then she goes, oh, by the way, how tall are you? Literally the exact same words that happened in this situation. I hit her with the I'm 5'4" or 5'5". I don't know what I said at the time. I switched it up. I genuinely am 5'4.5", so I just be pick and choosing. But yeah, so I said whatever, and she, instead of ghosting me, she hit me with this line where she was like, I would really like to be friends instead. Actually, I don't think this will work. I do like taller guys, blah, 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 blah. And it was like a sentence or two. And you know what? In hindsight, I kind of respect it. She was upfront, honest. She didn't ghost. She was like, hey, by the way, I prefer taller guys. And she was 5'7" or 5'8". And she said like, she didn't think it's going to work and she would love to be friends. I told her, hey, no problem. I probably won't be friends. No, I didn't say that. I was just like, hey, no problem. I don't think that being friends will work, but I respect the honesty. And then that was that. End of conversation. Yeah, it sucked. And at the time I was like 23, 24. So it like definitely hurts your ego and confidence a little bit. But as I got older, I not only respect her for being honest, straight up front, but also I respected her because she saved me time. Guys that are short kings or anything, right? Like short kings, or if you have some type of freaking nerfing to you, you're a different race than the preferred race of your area, right? Or for some reason. If you meet a woman that doesn't like you for something specific and they're not going to date you, instead of being like, oh no, that sucks. Like it's easy to do that. It's easy to complain and stuff. Just be like thankful because you just saved time from dating someone that sucks for you. Sucks for you. It might be great for someone else, but for you, it wouldn't have worked because she would have been resenting you because she prefers height. And the hope and scope of these videos is to show you there is hope. I have dated many times in the past and like very beautiful women, very awesome people. And so you just got to find the people out there and you got to do the best with what you got, kind of thing. Looks max. All right, let's see what else is popping. This one says conclusion. How to attract women as a short guy. Oh, I'm gonna have to blur a little bit of this, by the way, because of a certain word that's under here. But in the short guy column, it says, have a perfect physique, have a Chad jawline, don't be ethnic, have a minimum income of 100K per year, be confident, but not too confident, or else you have a Napoleon complex. Dress in expensive clothing. Hope that any woman will settle for you because she can't find a taller version of yourself to commit to a long-term relationship. And then for the tall guy here, it says exist and don't be a blank offender or a woman beater or both, optional. That's funny. Okay, so obviously this is a meme and it's not supposed to be taken super, super seriously, but let's, all jokes have some truth in them. So let's dissect this a little bit. So in regards of a guy having a perfect physique, right? Yeah, 100%. It's going to help you towards getting girls. But like, that's also with tall guys. It's going to help them too. Now, tall guys get more leniency. They can get away with more, not only physically because their bodies like expanded more, but like also like women see that. I don't know. It's think of it like this. Greg Doucette actually said this, so I can't say that this is my idea. I watched this in his video and he reiterated that being a short guy is similar to that of dating a girl with small melons, boobily breasted boobily. Yeah. So because like, think about it. If a girl, or at least it should be, right? It should be. Now, if a girl is beautiful, great personality, has a great body, everything else in your perspective, but then she doesn't have great boobs. Are you going to not date her? No, you shouldn't, right? Now, are there going to be guys that don't date the girl? Maybe. There's going to be some guys that like genuinely want that, like, you know, or will do something else like the butt or anything. It could be any specific physical feature. Obviously with women, you can change that with surgery and stuff. I don't think that you need to, unless it's for your own personal like thing. But for guys, I mean, technically you can change your height. You can get some surgery, but there's like a bunch of nerfing in that, like your knees are gonna be like poopy. But yeah, so like it's kind of like that. Like you should want to build up all your other stats. Even as a woman, if you are missing something that is a common societal, or even in yourself that you think that you're missing, that you're not beautiful enough to be something, right? You can build up all your other stats, and that's all that kind of matters, you know? And like think about it like an RPG game. I mean, if there's one stat that falls short, you build your other stats, man. But yeah, so perfect physique. I feel like everyone should go towards that, but they are right. Short guys should extra focus on physique, because if we can't make up for this, why not work for that? And also it shows you that you're like a guy that's willing and dedicated to doing something that is hard. It's not easy to have a good physique. You don't have to go to extreme, but I definitely think that short guys should. So I definitely agree. I mean, I agree with this meme to an extent. Like we do have to work more as a short guy, but I kind of think of that as a good thing. I think like whoever the creator was, right, invented us short guys to be like, you know what, you can't have it all. So nerf, right? But then now you got that challenge, and then you got to build up everything else, and it makes you a better person overall. But that's just my perspective. I could be wrong. Have a Chad jawline. That's iffy, because if you have a good physique, you will have a good jawline. It's really hard to not have a good jawline unless you just genetically disposed to not having a good jawline. But then that's a problem on its own. Don't be ethnic. I'm gonna say that depends on the area you're in. Like if you're in a suburban America with a bunch of like only white people, yeah, you're gonna stand out more if you're ethnic. However, if you're in like a New York City, where else, maybe in LA, certain big cities, or even overseas, if you're in Asia, things like that, that's not gonna matter. Income. So it says 100K income, or actually, let me pull it like that so I can unblur. Yeah, because it's covering the word that I need to cover. All right, so it says income. Yeah, there is a study, I think, that was done. How much money? So there's various studies done in like LinkedIn, APA, Reddit. Well, Reddit, interesting. British GQ. Yeah, just people have been studying this. Like how much more money do you have to make per year per inch of height for a guy? And like, I mean, all the studies are varying very much. Like you could go anywhere from like 1,000 to like, but yeah, yeah, sure. But it all comes down to the whole thing of, if you're a short guy, you got to build your other stats, and money can be a stat. But also money is perspective too. Depends on where you are, because certain girls deem an amount of money more about, like, I went on a date just the other day, and the person said that the minimum amount that a guy should have is just for them to be stable. And so that's like very vague, and that's an honest truth. Even for me, I wouldn't want to date a girl that's not stable. But yeah, be confident. I mean, I think everybody should be confident to a degree. Dress in expensive clothing, I don't think so at all. I don't think that's one. Damn, I can't show it because it's going to show this word. But yeah, I don't think dressing expensive is important at all. It's just how you dress. And proof of that is if you check out my Instagram, I wear almost all clothing from Walmart, and no one believes me. Walmart and Amazon. No one ever believes me. But I'm like, no, dude, you can find cool ass clothes that is cheap. It's all about how you style it, you know? And granted, I have a cheat code because my sister was a fashion major in college, so I just ask her. But yeah, I mean, there's advice on YouTube, guys. All right, let's look at some more stuff. So this is still on Short Guys, and it says tall girl syndrome. There's a Netflix show called Tall Girl. I will never be loved for being a tall girl. Hey, you want to go out sometime? Hey, so are you single? Wait, I don't, and it's under double standards. Wait, why? Tall women in the question is 5'9", by the way. That's too short. Mogs me. There are women on Tall Girls subreddit talking about how it's not over because she's dating a tall guy. There are tall girls who don't like dating the same height. Women share the same brain, tall or short, it's over. What? No. I mean, that proof of it was that wrestler, right? I mean, think about it like this. So as a tall girl, let's say 5'9", like the example, right? If they only dated taller guys, they are now limiting their dating pool like tremendously, because the average height in a guy is like 5'9", 5'10". What's up, buddy? You want to be on the video? You want to talk about short guys? Cloud really likes tall girls, as you can tell. Oh, is he going to do the balancing thing? He's going to do the balancing thing. Anyways, but yeah, so like now there are 100% girls that are out there. I'm not denying it. That are tall girls that only date taller guys. 100%. Do I think it's stupid? Yes, because, and not only because I'm a short guy, but also look how much you're limiting your dating pool. You're basing something off of something so arbitrary that doesn't actually impact anything besides maybe you can have an argument for your kids' genetics, but that's the only thing I could see the tall factor really really come into play because a lot of the things is like personality. I love how his tail is just in my eye. But yeah, so yeah, I digress. I think it's a similar, if you're a really tall girl, like 6 feet, yeah, I could see it being similar to being a short guy in a sense that I have met guys before that only date shorter guys, and it's usually taller guys too. It's weird. So like I knew one guy, I think he was like 5'11", 6 foot, and he said he preferred dating shorter girls. And by shorter girls, I mean like shorter girls, like 5'6" and under. I always thought that was kind of weird, but I just don't get it because now you're cutting off all the great women that are taller. Also, tall girls are awesome too. Short girls are awesome. I mean, and they can also both be shitty, by the way. I have dated taller girls. I think the tallest girl I've ever dated was 6 feet. And she was cool. We watched like anime and we had a great time. And yeah, I mean, Greg Doucette, everybody says it. You're the same height laying down. Let's look at some more of short guys. All right, here we go. So it seems like the top posts are a lot of meme ones referencing people. All right, so this one's title is Pick Your Trash Height Advice Fighter, referring to people who give advice to short guys on battling height and like all that, right? So we got the first guy here. It's an older dude. He says, if you only ate more vegetables, drank more milk, and slept more, instead of playing those damn video games as a kid, you'd be taller. Yeah, I'm going to rank that a 1 out of 10 because if someone is giving you advice as a short man and he's telling you that, that's stupid. I mean, that's a gimme, right? Let's move on. We're gonna rate these based on their actual advice, okay? So we got a pretty, white girl here. Says, I'm 4'11", and height doesn't matter at all for me because everyone is taller than me. Just find a girl that's shorter than you. By the way, did I tell you that my boyfriend's 6'6"? That's funny. I'm gonna rate this advice a 4 out of 10. Like a 4, yeah, because like there is some merit to this advice in that there short girls. I have met short girls that will say I date anyone taller than me because everyone's taller than me, right? And they have ended up dating me, and I'm 5'4", and I did feel like goofy because she was like so short compared to me, like 5'11", 5 foot. Because I'm just like, I'm so used to them being my height. But yeah, it was fun. And now the second part is what's funny. By the way, did I tell you that my boyfriend is 6'6"? Yeah, that's silly. And it's almost like people who give that advice, even though it can be good advice, they got to be aware of the fact that they're dating someone super tall, so it doesn't look too good. But yeah, so for like 4 out of 10 advice right there. All right, we got like a motherly figure here on the right, and it says, "Oh, don't worry, sweetie. You're still so young. You will still grow. You're still only 26." Well, that's pretty shit advice. It's like 2. No, honestly, that's a 1 out of 10, just like the old dude. Cause like what? I mean, she's trying to be nice. Like, you're still young. You'll still grow tall. My parents, being Asian parents, they were brutal. They were straight up with me. They're like, yeah, we're short. You're short. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, Bo. There's nothing like, and just face facts. We're short. There's nothing wrong. We can't do anything about it. And it's okay. You just got to work with what you got. All right. Over here, we got some like scary, sad dude. If you're under 6 feet, you either have to cope or, oh my God, I'm not saying that. And if you can't cope, then just that's like 0 out of 10. That's so inaccurate. Do you know how many freaking people on this earth is not 6 feet? Like amazing people, by the way. Like little people who have solved everything in life. And yeah, there's people who are tall that has also done amazing things. But to say 6 feet is crazy. That's not even the average height. Yeah, that's terrible advice. So they're just picking at the worst advice. But you know what is funny and what I will give credit to r/short guys? I have heard some of these advice before. Not the rope one. That's a little extreme. But I have heard like the girl who's like really short that has a tall boyfriend say stuff like that. So like some of this has some merit. Some of it's hyperbole. All right. So this one says, tall girls have it rough, I'm 6 foot and I can't find a boyfriend. And because of that, tall girls are less picky about men's height. Oh, did you say you're 5'5"? I'm gonna say this is actually pretty good advice. And I'm gonna say I've never actually seen the ending of part of it. Because like I've seen tall girls saying that they have it rough too, and that they can't find a boyfriend because they're tall and less picky about men's heights. I haven't seen it where maybe like once or twice where a girl was like, oh, wait, you're a little too short kind of thing. But more than likely, taller women that I have dated genuinely don't care about heights because they are tall women also. So they kind of understand. I'm going to say that's like 90% of the taller girls that I have dated has like understood that. So this is actually like a 6 out of 10 advice. The only thing that's nerfing it is because the ending where she's like, oh, you're 5'5". I've had like 1 or 2 girls ever backtrack and say like, oh, wait, you're a little too short kind of thing. You guys can't see it, but my cat is sitting right in front of the monitor and it's so cute. Oh, all right, well. All right, the last one is this guy who's a nerd, a meme, and says, just take a shower, bro. I know a guy that is 5'1", bald, ugly, and he gets all the girls. You just need more confidence. You know what? I'm going to say that's probably like the most realistic advice, kind of. It's still not good because just take a shower is not enough. Like, you got to do a lot. I'm not saying you don't. Like, honestly, as a guy, you should be doing a lot, period. I don't care how tall you are. You should be fucking working to be the best person, and best version of yourself, no matter the height, right? And the reason why I'm going to give this the highest score of like a 7 out of 10 advice is because the 5'1" bald ugly guy that gets all the girls, I've actually seen that, believe it or not. I don't know. He wasn't bald. I don't think he was bald. No, I don't think he was bald. So I'm not going to say that, but he's not the best looking guy, and he's a shorter fella, shorter than me. I think he's like 5'3", and dude, he gets girls, man. I can't deny it. It is what it is. So yeah, but overall, I understand some of the advice you get from people, especially if they're not a fellow short guy like myself. It's hard to take in because it's like hard to take advice from people who don't understand your perspective, right? And that's the fucking point of these videos, man. I'm trying to explain to these other fellow short men, hey, I'm one of you guys and there's hope. I promise. Do you have to work more and does it suck? Yeah, 100%. But is the payoff great? Also amazing. And yes, let's read one more before we go to r/short. It's another meme. They really like memes on this one. Huh? Okay. I hate how most women assume that short equals weak. Is that true? Really? This has to be a younger thing, like teenage to like 21, 22, because most of the women that I talk to that are like my age don't think this at all. Actually, they think the opposite. They think the scrawny tall guy is the weaker one. And they usually think the shorter, like stocky guy is like really strong. I don't agree with this meme, but let's see what this says. So we got the 5'4" guy who trained in kickboxing for 5 years, goes to the gym every day, heavy lifting, strong, and did MMA for 3 years, and he looks jacked. And then these girls are like, he's so small and weak, he could never protect his girlfriend. Short men are weak. No, I don't think this is, I think this is exaggerating like to the extreme. This is like a little bit too imaginary. It's almost like I'm not talking shit about the guy who made this meme. I'm just saying like, I feel like this is what they're perceiving is the real world, but I don't think it is at all. We got 6'5", has never fought anyone and hasn't been to a gym in his entire life. Does one push-up, can barely do one push-up, blah, blah, blah. OMG, he's so tall and strong. He can protect us and make us feel safe. OMG, no, this is not accurate, like at all. I'm sorry. You can tell right away based on someone's physique if they're strong or not, in regard, with the exception of those like sleeper builds. But no, this isn't true at all. At least not if you meet people my age. All right, let's go to r/short. We'll explore more short guys if you're a Patreon member. We'll do at least a little bit of another 10, 20 minutes. But yeah, all right, r/short. All right, we got the top posts of the week. Actually, you know what? Let's do new posts first. All right, this was funny. Am I 5'7" or 5'8"? Oh, dude, this is up to you. You can either say, hey, I'm 5'8" because you round it up, or you could say I'm 5'7" and round down. I round up on my dating apps, not gonna lie. I say 5'5", but sometimes I just say I'm 5'4", just for the extra shock factor. Do it on purpose. So I'm kind of in the same situation. So it ain't always about height. It's about confidence. 5'7". Man, I love this subreddit. This is what I'm talking about, son. Let's go. Be confident, my guy. Hell yeah. You fucking nice looking dude. Got some fucking fitness on him. I see that. I see you. He got a nice beard too. I wish I could grow a beard. Dating as a short man, 20 male. Okay. Nice fit, bro. I don't know how I feel about that bed frame. I'm not a big bed, like thick ass bed frame all the way up type of guy, but all right. So just posting a lot of pictures of himself. And you know what? I bet you this guy fucking bulls. He looks good. Well, let's read this one. My puberty is weird. I've always had a slightly deeper voice, which I think is genetic. I don't have much body hair or many of the other common signs of puberty, like a noticeable growth spurt. One thing I notice is that my arms are longer than those of other people my age, whether they're taller or shorter than me. I also never really felt that big of a growth spurt like other teenagers do. I only grew 1 centimeter in the last year. I don't know if I'm just a late bloomer like they talk about. I'm 5'2" and I turned 16 this January. Oh, you actually still have time to determine. It makes me so sad to see that women usually prefer taller guys. Some people notice that I'm short, and it makes me feel bad. I just wish I was at least 5'7" so I could be average. The grass is always greener, buddy. My parents aren't very tall. My dad was probably around 5'4", and when he was younger, and he's even shorter now. My mom is 5'0" or less. My only bit of hope is that both my grandfathers are tall, and my dad's family is a little taller as well. I would feel so much more confidence if I was taller. You know, my advice to you, first off, as if you're reading this and you're 16 for some reason, or you're listening to this video, first off, you're 16. I don't think you stop growing. Let's say stop growing in height. It says 16 to 18, so you still have a little bit of time. Oh wait, boys is 18 to 20, so you got some time, Bo. But even if you don't grow, even if you don't, let's say you're 5'2", right? You got to shift your mentality. And I know it's gonna be hard. It's not easy, but you can choose. This is a big choice in your life. Look at my cat, just look at himself. You got a decision to make. Do you want to be a guy who's 5'2", sad about the fact that he's 5'2", doesn't do anything else about his life and everything like that, right? Or do you want to be the guy that's 5'2", that part doesn't change, that's happy that he is living, first off. Second, builds everything else about himself, enjoys and loves himself because he knows he's 5'2", but he knows that he's a fucking badass, bro. And he's funny, or he's got some fitness in his life, and he's got some things going on. He's great at his work, great at his craft, passionate about whatever, good at lovemaking. Maybe you practicing that, maybe. I don't know. Just saying. But yeah, like, it's perspective. And yes, it is hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy to change your perspective. It's very hard to have an abundance mentality. It's not easy at all. But I'm saying you have a choice to make. It's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you that there is an option. And one is going to be better than the other, in my opinion. Now, you can decide to be the guy who's just sad about it, doesn't do anything else about it, and just forever cope with that lifestyle. And that's fine if you choose that. It's your life. I personally have chose that, I'm 5'4". I am. I think I'm pretty silly. Also, I don't know. I think I'm okay. Like, I have a house that I bought. Like, my job's pretty cool to me, at least. I enjoy it. And I love doing YouTube. I'm passionate about this. I got 2 cats that are cute as hell. And, I work out pretty well. I got a bunch of tattoos too. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. But yeah, the comparison game is, it's not fun. Comparison is what is it? What's the quote? Comparison is the theft of joy, I think. Yeah, that is the quote. Look at that. Look at me. I'm also smart. I'm not smart at all. Who was that written by, though? Who actually said comparison is the theft of joy? Buddy, I need to know. Theodore Roosevelt. There we go. I quote that a lot, actually. The moment you start comparing yourself to other people, you're not happy. That's just what it is. That's why social media is such can be a wormhole for some people, Gotta be careful. Compare yourself to yourself. That's the best way to do it. All right, let's read some more, though. Short kings are the best. Let's go. All right. Breaks my heart when I see women insult short men, and breaks it even more when I see short men insult themselves. Yes, dude. Yes. It breaks me, too. But I also, I'm like, you know what? Fuck them. Call themselves ugly and unlovable. that they're cooked, etc. My boyfriend is only a couple inches taller than me. I'm 5'2", and it's my favorite thing about his appearance. So he's probably 5'5", 5'6". When we hug and cuddle, our heads fit perfectly on each other's shoulders, and our bodies line up instead of my head being smushed into his chest. Height differences are awkward, and tall men are scary looking and intimidate me. See, this is also perspective because everybody has such different preferences. Like, I've met tall girls that only date short guys. It's rare. I'm not saying that that's common or anything, but like I've seen that, and I've seen this too. I've definitely seen this before. I guess some women like that, but not me. I can't really see a reason people would like that. Also, I love that I can look into his eyes without having to look up, and I can wear his clothing. Oh, that's another thing. I completely forgot about this factor. So the last serious relationship I was in, she was my height. I think she was 5'3", maybe 5'4". So she was like right around my height. We share clothes. I'm not even lying. Like some like band t-shirts we have, like tie-dye shirts. Like if we buy like an oversized or not even an oversized, we can technically wear each other's clothing. It's pretty sick. I think it's cool. But yeah, I can wear his clothes as a regular outfit, which is great because he has a great sense of style. Short men are very handsome and often very kind people. I much prefer a short guy. My mom did too. She was taller than my dad. Let's go. Love that. Just saying there's more women out there like me. And I know it's hard to find them in this very weird culture that is so obsessed with guys being tall. But there's women like me out there that think short men are the most beautiful, sweetest, and best lovers to have. Yeah, that's it. That's the perspective. Yeah, are there guys that like tall guys? I mean, are there girls that like tall people? 100%. It's very common to find. But is there also girls that like short guys? Yes, you can also find that. They're just not as vocal about it as people who are vehemently hateful. I don't know how to say that word. Short kings are the best type of men, and to people in here who insult and degrade themselves, you are not doomed to be single. Facts. Wow, well spoken. I don't even need to say that. What is this? All right. How many of you have a girlfriend or had one? Like, IDK had to say this, but are your women posts like due to not having a girlfriend, or are these general posts which you feel are true to the world, for the world, except say about your girlfriend? What? That was really weirdly worded. Plus, as my flare says, I'm 5'4", but in India, so not short, but just short. So it isn't rage bait post or anything. I just coughed, and I don't know if the editing system will cut that out or not. So apologies if I blew out your ears. I don't get the question. Is he just asking if we've dated as short? I mean, I have. I'm assuming most short men have dated. Not all, but most. Okay. Well, let's go back to top post, and then we'll end it there. Top post of the week. 5'4" with confidence. Hey, a fellow 5'4" short king. Love that shirt. He got that at Walmart. I know he did because I almost got it too. Hellfire Club. Stranger Things reference. Dude, this guy is a handsome ass short king, dude. This is what I'm saying. He's got his fitness together. Look at his fucking arms. They're yoked. And he's got a great beard. I can't even grow that. And his hair is taken care of. That's a huge factor too. He's taking care of his hair. Look at him. You could tell that he cares about his appearance. Dude is a unit, bro. Yo, he is yoked. I'm glad he's got confidence, man. That's awesome. This is what I'm saying. And it's under the flare of motivation. Because that is what it is, bros. Let's see the comments. I'm just curious what people comment on this. Oh, okay. There's context to this. He also writes, just coming on here for a few drinks to say, after a few drinks to say, sometimes you guys really need more confidence in yourselves. Not the delusional kind, but the kind that motivates you to try new things and actually live. Wow, that is well said right there. Don't have delusional confidence. Have real confidence. I've taken up many hobbies over the years. Running, gaming, kayaking, surfing, scuba diving, chess. Love that. Love that. I also like chess. Hiking, camping, streaming. Just so much. And trust me, I've been through it. I've been fat, skinny, fat. And now I'm finally in shape. It's been a process. I've reached out to people and tried to build friendships. Made a fool of myself, got rejected, got back up, and kept trying. Happens to all of us, man. And what I don't get is, why do so many of you let height be the thing that defines your entire self-worth? Wow. Fucking well said. You are more than a number. Life is bigger than that. You got personality, potential, strength, humor, kindness. So why reduce yourself to just height? I genuinely believe that everyone in here is capable of more, of better. If you want to vent or talk, DM me. Hell, we can hop on Discord or whatever. Just don't waste your time thinking you aren't enough, because you are. Stay solid. Man, that's dude. You know what? I don't even need to read it anymore. That was just the perfect ending to this video. Like, what a send-off. Wow, well said. Literally. Why would you, and this applies to women, men, anything. Why would you define yourself as one specific thing? If you do define yourself as that, go for it. But should you? Hell no. Are you telling me that you're just that one thing? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. No one, everyone on earth have so many factors and traits that defines them. There's so many. So to pick out one thing, and the one thing that you're just the most insecure about, right? And say that that's you. I'm just short. Nope, my name is short. Like, dude, no, my name is Loon, okay? And I just burped. That's what I am. Yeah, this was a good one. I really enjoyed today's video because it was really uplifting, actually. At the beginning was a little, goofy, but, it's really uplifting. And I hope that all the people out there, including women, including tall women, including short women, including guys and girls, can take a note from this in a sense that regardless of what you're dealing with and what insecurity you have, of course, you can always improve yourself in whatever aspect that you can, be the best version of yourself. I hope that you could strive towards that, but never reduce yourself to one single trait or insecurity. Yep, mic drop. I love what this guy, what's his name? Nerex. X-Nerex, I don't know. I loved it. Fucking awesome. I hope you guys have a great one. All the Patreon members, I'll see you guys on the Patreon if you guys want to check it out. First link in the description box. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.